Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Ball at the 26, second and 7. They'll run with Hunt. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes
they're trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last
last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
On second down, here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Herbert's throw going to be caught by Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Complete.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's the throw dropped off to his fullback. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him
turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Max Crosby with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 77 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And a yard.
And this is called first catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. And this complete to Henry over the middle.
Herbert's pass.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Got a man, and he hits it in stride. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he was hit as he threw it there and forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So we've reached intermission here in well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here, let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
37-yard line.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. The throw taken in by Sims. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
2nd and 1 at the 40.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. 20! And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stopped the play right there in the middle of the field.
The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
For the field goal, a 21-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
13. Raiders 7.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
Credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to, and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
On the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
To Julio
A
Jones.
very nice pickup of 33 yards.
3 yards on the play.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a slant hold in by Ruggs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 40-yard.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Here's Herbert now on second down. The crossing route complete. That's Henry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. 16 yards, a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Out of the end zone. Shaquille
From the 21, it's second and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
On the return, the Raiders take over first and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. He throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He'll let this go deep for runs. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That catch good for only a couple. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a second and 14. Once more, here's Eckler. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Eric Harris up to make the tackle. A 1-yard pickup brings up third and 13.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Fairbairn.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with that one. I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
He's going to let it fly, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear... The headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Austin Eckler.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. From the 9, 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Down the tackle. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Made at the 6-yard line. A gain of only a yard.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Today's final score.
Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that. But flip it over, making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7 and 5.